All right. All right, if you have clicked on this video thinking that it's a tech review, I am not a tech channel. I don't want to say no idea. I don't have a lot of understanding when it comes to tech. So this is not going to be a tech video about the new Dell XPS 15. This is going to be a video on my experience purchasing it, why I purchased it, why I went from a MacBook to a Dell, so going from Mac to Windows, and it's going to be my little way up for anyone who's in the same boat or a similar boat and is thinking about potentially changing from Mac to Windows or vice versa, or the reasoning that I did do that. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Welcome back to our channel, guys. I'm Matt. Leah is not here, unfortunately, for this video, but as I mentioned previously, I was toying around with a few different options. Anyone that knows me knew that I had my Mac. I purchased my Mac. It took me all through my university degree and up until now. It's actually still going really well. It's just slow. There's no memory on it, and the battery is really bad. So I decided to purchase a new computer. Now, I've got a bit of a story for this computer. This computer behind me here, I purchased the Dell XPS 15. 15 meaning the 15-inch screen. I have not turned it on as of yet. I have literally just pulled it out of this box that it came in. In here, you can see it's still got the charging cable in it. It comes in this really fancy box. Now, I wanted to do this video because not really so much for an unboxing. I just wanted to really rant to you guys about my decision that I made, why I made the decision, why I went from Mac to Windows, and why I upset that Mac ecosystem. But we'll get to the unboxing first. This receipt here in front of me tells me that I purchased the Dell XPS 15. Now, the total price that I paid for it was $2,500. I believe normally it retails for $3,500. I will get into how I got a deal or a discount on that one. I didn't root the system. It was honestly pure luck. I can't say that you will get a discount like that. However, watch the Dell website because they frequently will sporadically put sales on their website. Dell apparently are just random like that and will do sales. I have heard though that apparently they are coming out with a new XPS or an updated version, and the only thing that's different, I can't even remember, but there was only one minor thing that was different as far as I was aware when I was told by the salespeople. So there's not a lot that is different. The reason that I got such a good deal on it, so it is like a $3,500 computer, like I stated. I got it for $1,000 less, so $2,500. That's Australian, by the way, currency. So if you're watching this in another country, that's awesome. But also it would be, obviously you have to convert it. So I purchased originally these, there was only 200 left in the entire New South Wales state, and that includes display models. So I bought it from a JB Hi-Fi. So in saying that, there would have been a lot of different display models and in all the different shops. So I purchased the display model. The gentleman who sold it to me was absolutely lovely. He checked it all over. He wiped the computer, and I got a discount. This computer was on the Dell website for about $3,000. So I was still getting a solid $500 discount, which I was pretty happy about. The computer looked fine. I don't know, leave in the comments below if you think that display models aren't the way to go. I thought it was pretty good considering I still got my 2 years warranty and the price of it. And then what happened, I took it home, I started it up, and it brought me to the Cortana screen, which is what I'm hoping we get to today, and it just didn't proceed through. So I tried to do a factory reboot. I went to trusty YouTube and there was nothing on there, like the computer was doing nothing when I would do the factory reboot. So I took it back to them and they proceeded to give me a new one essentially. They did have to source it, so I had to wait 3 days, which isn't long, but they sourced it. The gentleman called like 7 different stores and finally he got a brand new one for me. So he got me a brand new one, at the same price. So I'm super happy with that, and that is it here. Moving on to the decision and what I had, the options that I had. I had done some research, and the Dell XPS was a big contender, especially for editing. This particular model has a 4K screen. For those of you who don't know, it's just a resolution. I shouldn't say just, it's the resolution. I don't know a lot about it, but I know that if you shoot in 4K, it's just a better quality essentially. And technology, we all know that, you know, 1080p was sort of the best you could get at one point. And it's just moving forward. So it's good to know that I have a 4K screen for the time when we do upgrade all our gear and we're able to go 4K. Who knows, I might have a new computer by then, but I'm thinking future proof. So that is something that I did. So the three contenders that I had were the Surface Book laptop by Microsoft, the Dell XPS, and the Apple MacBook Pro. Now, keep in mind, I came from a MacBook Pro, so for me to move away from it was like, ugh, it was killing me a little bit. I also do have an Apple. People may think I'm crazy, but budget was a big contender, and like bang for buck, essentially. Now, I have a MacBook Pro 2013, so January 2013, I purchased it. It is now 2019, and that computer has lasted me a very long time, and the fact that it's still running is still amazing. I literally edited the last video sort of thing on it like last week, so it's still working, it's still running Premiere Pro, it's still kicking on. It is just about updating my technology. The biggest downfall that I found with Apple was to replace that computer, I would need to spend, I think it was about $4,000 or about $3,700 or $3,800 to get in the top MacBook ranges. That to me was a bit of a far stretch. $4,000 on a computer I think is really extravagant. There was a few key things that I wanted that it met. Portability was one, a 15-inch screen for editing, even though I have got a screen behind me which needs to be updated because now I've got 4K. But a 15-inch screen capacity, and I wanted an i7 processor now, and like lots of memory, obviously, for the ability to run Premiere Pro and store what we need to store, considering that we post a video every week. So in saying that, they were the three contenders that I had. The downfalls or the disadvantage for Mac, no 4K screen, fine, I wasn't really looking for that. But that was kind of the decider in the end. The decider in the end. The Dell is comparable to the MacBook, but it has a 4K screen and it's fully touch screen, whereas the MacBook has a touch bar and not a 4K screen. The downfall for the Mac that I found was that it only had USB-C ports, which, like the gentleman made a good point, that it is future-proof and that's where it's all heading. Unfortunately for me right now, that didn't really work. I would have to get a lot of ports and adapters, and that would decrease my portability. Little things like the screen behind me, I like to have a bigger screen. I mean, that's very old as well, but that's HDMI to plug it in. My hard drive, again, that's behind me here, that's 3.0, USB 3.0, so I still wanted that port. Filming off this camera, I have an SD card, so I wanted to be able to plug that stuff in. But it was good to know that the MacBook would be future-proof, but I would have to buy those adapters now. The Surface Book, I believe, also had only USB-C ports. The bonus with that one is it did become a tablet. It could go into tablet mode, which I didn't really care about. That was also $3,800, which I thought was incredibly expensive. I didn't really look into it as much because when I found out about the i7 processor in this one, the 15-inch screen, the 4K, this still was $3,500, but then I saw Dell had a sale, and like I said, it was going for about $3,000. I was like, I'm interested. I then did some research and I found out that Premiere Pro actually works better. I didn't know this. I know, probably really silly, but I didn't know this, but Premiere Pro actually works better on a Windows or on a Windows-based system, for the simple fact that it's more compatible, whereas with Apple, you use Final Cut Pro, that's its compatibility. So the Dell behind me and various other Windows devices run an NVIDIA graphics card. It's just more compatible with Premiere Pro. Both Leah and I edit on Premiere Pro, so that's really good to know that it is going to be more compatible. I stumbled across CUDA processing, which I need to find out more about, or CUDA rendering, I need to find out more about, but it's just little features like that that you're more accessible when you're running it on the Windows device, which I didn't know about, so I need to look into it more, but I didn't know that, so that was interesting to find out as well. they were the reasonings behind, or they were the 3 different options behind the computers that I was looking at. Price was a very big thing. The fact that I could get this for, like I said, it was like $2,700. I think I saw the one that I wanted, but it wasn't the 4K screen. So it was like $3,000 or something like that on the Dell website when it came on sale. I decided to walk into JB Hi-Fi, and that's when I saw that they were all sold out, and I was like, that's kind of a good thing. And then bought the display model. That didn't end up working, so I waited a little bit and ended up getting a brand new one. So that's really, really cool. Now I am going to unbox it with you and start it up and see, hopefully this maybe can help someone who's unboxing it at home or something like that. Like I said previously, it comes in this box, or a bigger box that I have on the floor, and then this box here, nice slimline little box. Okay, it's, I have to say, like, impressive. I mean, you are spending $3,500 normally on this computer, so you would expect there to be nice padding. There's a little tab here, which we can lift out and see how we go. Oh, right, almost broke it. All right, so there's not much to it. Bottom of the computer, top of the computer, and let's see how we go. Like I said, guys, this is not a tech video. I am not a techspert. I repeat, not a techspert. I just kind of enjoy tech and the little bit that I purchase of it, so I thought I may as well share it with you guys as well. There's the little startup guide that's here. There's the warranty information. And there is also a safety regulation. Oh my god, that's so funny. There's like whales in here, and it's 100% recycled plastics, 25% from oceans. Go Dell. Leah is not going to be impressed. She hates whales. In this one, that's also in the box, we have the two-piece charger. So you have your wall plug and what actually plugs into your computer. Oh wow, okay. Cool. So that's what it looks like when it's opened up. Let's plug on the charger and power her on. Okay, so it doesn't, oh, little light comes on here. I don't know if you can see that. That's cool, so that must mean that it's charging. It's got a really good sized trackpad. That was something else that I noticed. Really nice sized trackpad on it. And when it was on, the display was just amazing. I have to say it's nice and slimline, which is kind of something that I wanted. It wasn't the be all and end all, because I understand machines like this need some sort of room, but it did kind of remind me of that Mac vibe as well, just being super slimline and nice. Let's boot it up. All right, so it's just powering on now. You can see that the keyboard has all turned on. Guys, I'm really acting like I know what I'm talking about, but I actually really don't. Oh, cool. This is what the other one did as well, except it went to the next screen and then stopped.
Hi there, I'm Cortana, and I'm here to help. A little sign in here, a touch of Wi-Fi there, and we'll have your PC ready for all you plan to do. Use your voice or the keyboard along the way, and if you'd like me to stay quiet, just select the little microphone icon towards the bottom of your screen. If you need an assistive screen reader, press the Windows, Control, and Enter keys at the same time to turn on narrator. Okay, enough intro. Let's dig in.
I just want to make note as well, the touchpad feels really nice, like it's very responsive and like a light click. I don't know if this is coming from an older Mac, but mine was very heavy and like a dense click. This is really nice and light, like I'm sure the new Mac is, but just comparing the two, I know it's kind of like cheese and chalk when we're going that far back, but just thought I'd put it out there. That's what I'm coming from. So I've set everything up. I've put my antivirus software on there, my Microsoft Office. Perfect. So now I've downloaded my Premiere Pro, which was super easy and good. The setup has been all done. It was really straightforward, super easy. It's very responsive. All right, let's do a test. I remember the guy when I first bought my Mac, he did a test and he told me about quad core and dual core processors. And he clicked all these buttons on his taskbar, and if they all opened up, he pretty much said it was like a 4-lane highway compared to a 2-lane highway. And let's just see like if I can get Word. So let's like open up Word, open up this, open up this, open up this, open up this, open up Premiere Pro. And Premiere Pro is a big folder. Guys, it literally does it no problems. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Like everything else is open. Done. Whew. That's great. The last thing that maybe I will show you guys is potentially let's shut it down. Well, that was quick. Okay. And we'll see how quick a startup is. So that's completely off. Hit the on button once and let's see it go. And we're in. That is so quick. Alright guys, well there you have it. The new Dell XPS 15. My take on the reasons why I purchased this computer and not the MacBook or the Surface Pro for editing purposes. Like I did say in this video, I'm not a tech expert. Also guys, it's not super light. I don't know exactly how much it weighs, but it's not super heavy either. I forgot to tell you as well, the XPS has the ports that I'm after. So you can see it has a USB 3, HDMI, USB-C as well. So it has got a little bit of future-proofing there. Your 3.5mm headphone jack. On this side, it's got an SD card reader and another USB 3.0 port. I think that would have been good if it was a USB-C port to help with the future proofing, but nonetheless, not all that bad. So there you have it guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a comment down below. Let me know maybe your thoughts on what computer you would have done, or if there's any tips that you can give me when it comes to using this computer, or little maybe downloads and things like that. I know I had a few little things for my Mac which were really good, just programs that would clear it out, so something like that, but we'll see how we go as it's brand new right now. Give me a year and we'll see. But anyway, other than that, I'll speak to you guys next Monday.